It allows me to take my hands off the steering wheel, but, and this is a first, take my eyes off the road, as long as I'm on a major mapped highway and I'm in a traffic jam going less than 40 miles an hour.
Is Tesla really outpacing Mercedes in the autonomous driving race? With Tesla's revolutionary Level 3 full-set driving tech, it's leaving rivals trailing behind. The future of autonomous vehicles just got a whole lot more exciting. Autonomous driving technology is categorized into different levels, from level 0 to level 5. The focus here is on level 3, which is known as conditional automation. At this level, the car can manage most aspects of driving, including monitoring the environment. The system prompts the human driver to intervene when it encounters a situation that it can't handle. When we talk about the big names in the world of self-driving cars, Tesla and Mercedes-Benz definitely top the list. They've been creating their own special versions of self-driving technology. Tesla has this system that they call full self-driving. On the other hand, Mercedes came up with their tech, which they've named Drive Pilot. So it's like a race to the future between these two giants. Mercedes recently upgraded its Drive Pilot system to level 3. This means that in certain situations, the driver can chill out and let the car do the driving. But remember, they need to be ready to take the wheel when the system asks them to. It's similar to Tesla Autopilot, but with small advantages and disadvantages. When it comes to Tesla's FSD, it's a bit different. It's known as a level 2 system, which means it's smart enough to handle steering and even control the car's speed. But here's the catch. The driver needs to stay fully alert. They've got to keep their hands on the wheel and be ready to jump in and take control at any second. Lately, there's been a bit of a face-off between Mercedes' Drive Pilot and Tesla's FSD. Word on the street is that the Drive Pilot might have an edge over Tesla's FSD. People are really impressed with how it can tackle trickier driving situations. Plus, it gives the driver a break from driving in more scenarios than Tesla's FSD. It's crucial to remember that these systems aren't flawless and are still a work in progress. They've got their own set of challenges too. For example, Mercedes' Drive Pilot has some restrictions. Right now, it's only green-lit for use on specific roads in the US, and that too, only if you're driving under 40 miles an hour. While Tesla's been a big name in the self-driving car game, Mercedes seems to have just made a major leap with their Drive Pilot system reaching a level 3. But both of these tech giants aren't stopping there. They're constantly pushing the envelope and refining their tech, driving the whole field of autonomous driving forward. So what's all about Tesla's FSD? Tesla's Full Self-Driving, or FSD as it's known, is this super cool software that Tesla offers. Now, don't let the name fool you. It doesn't exactly turn your car into a fully self-driving vehicle, but it does take a lot of the driving load off of your shoulders. It's like the next level version of Tesla's Autopilot system, which was a bit limited and only worked in certain situations. With FSD, Tesla cars can pretty much drive themselves, with just a little bit of help from the driver, even on roads with traffic lights. But remember, it's still in the beta phase, which means Tesla's still tweaking and improving it. Tesla's FSD system is like the car's own set of eyes and ears. It's got 8 cameras on the outside and 12 ultrasonic sensors. These cameras and sensors are constantly scanning everything around the car. They're picking up details about other cars, people walking by, any obstacles, traffic lights, road signs, and even the lines and words marked on the road. It's pretty amazing how much information it can gather. So all this information that the FSD system gathers is then crunched by a super powerful computer right there in the car. This computer's like the brain of the operation. It uses some really advanced tech like artificial intelligence, neural networks, and machine learning to make sense of all the data and make decisions on the drive. For instance, it can decide when it's time to slow down because there's another car ahead, or when it's safe to change lanes. Some things, like slowing down for other cars, it does all by itself. But for other stuff like changing the route, it'll always ask for the driver's OK first. So what is Tesla FSD capable of? FSD allows the vehicle to perform several tasks that weren't possible with standard autopilot. Auto lane change is one of the main features. This is like your car's own personal lane assistant. It can automatically move your car to a different lane on the highway. No more stressing about those lane changes. Then comes Auto Park. This feature is a real game changer. Your Tesla can park itself whether it's a parallel or perpendicular parking spot. The summon feature is also there. Now this one's really cool. You can actually get your Tesla to park itself or come to you while you're standing outside the car. You control this feature through the Tesla mobile app or the key fob. Smart Summon is another advanced level. You can summon your Tesla to come to you or to a location you choose while avoiding obstacles, but remember this only works over short distances since the car would be empty. Navigating on autopilot is very useful. With this feature, your Tesla can guide itself from a highway on-ramp to an off-ramp. It also suggests and makes lane changes, navigates highway interchanges, and takes exits, all under your supervision. So the navigate on autopilot features like your personal co-pilot. Your supervision can guide your car from the moment you enter the highway at the on-ramp to the moment you exit off the ramp. It's smart enough to suggest and make lane changes, navigate through highway interchanges, and even take exits. So every Tesla car that's with FSD tech is like a data gathering machine. It constantly picks up information about everything around it. This data is then sent back to the folks at Tesla for a deep dive. The engineers at Tesla then use the data to train the brain of the FSD system, the neural networks if you will. This helps the system make better guesses and drive safer. What exciting features does Mercedes Level 3 autonomous driving bring to the future of driving? So, Mercedes Level 3 system, which they call Drive Pilot, is like the next level up from Tesla's FSD when it comes to self-driving. It's designed to take the wheel in certain situations, which means you can kick back, take your hands off the wheel, and even stop paying attention to the road. Drive Pilot's like the brain of an autonomous vehicle. It uses a mix of different sensors, radar, LiDAR, ultrasound, and even cameras to get a full picture of what's happening around the car. By using all of these different types of sensors, it can understand the driving environment in a much more detailed way. This could make self-driving cars safer and more reliable. Now you think it's exactly like Tesla's system. It is. So imagine you're stuck in heavy traffic with cars moving at a snail's pace, say up to 40 miles an hour. This is where Drive Pilot shines. It's designed to handle these dense traffic situations. It can take the wheel, allowing you to kick back and focus on something else. Even though both systems are almost the same, what makes Tesla's full self-driving unique? When it comes to availability, Tesla's FSD has a bit of an upper hand. It's like the all-terrain vehicle of autonomous driving. It can handle more situations and environments compared to Mercedes' Drive Pilot. While Drive Pilot has its strengths, it's a bit like a city car. It's limited to certain roads and speeds. On the other hand, Tesla's FSD is more like an SUV. It's ready to take on a wider range of conditions. So think of Tesla's full self-driving as a student who never stops learning. Thanks to the data that it gathers from all the Tesla vehicles out there, it's always getting smarter and better. This means it can adapt and improve its performance over time, just like humans learn from our experiences. When it comes to features, Tesla's FSD is very versatile, much like multi-tool. When it comes to semi-autonomous driving, it's got a whole bunch of cool tricks up its sleeve, from autopilot navigation to even summoning your car in a parking lot. Compared to Mercedes' Drive Pilot, Tesla's FSD offers a more all-around semi-autonomous driving experience. Even though FSD systems have many advantages, they also have negatives. Some of the major problems are, sometimes FSD systems can be a bit like a cautious new driver. For instance, at one-way or two-way stop signs, the FSD moves forward at a very slow pace, which isn't really practical for everyday driving. Alt even stops at the entrance to a roundabout when there are no cars around. It's like it's being extra careful, maybe even a bit too careful. Full self-driving is pretty smart because it uses many cameras and sensors to get a good look at what's around it. But you know, just like how we sometimes have trouble seeing in heavy rain or fog, FSD might also find it challenging to navigate in those conditions. It's a great system, but poor visibility can be a tough situation for it. The game's on, and Tesla's win is changing the car industry. What new things are coming and how will the other companies react? Comment your thoughts on this and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.